I ain't drinking no water, but we back. It's because we ain't have body armor water. I'm not drinking nothing else but body armor water.
That's a fucking fact.
You feel me?
Come on, man.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Yes, sir.
You still get residuals for it?
Well, the payout was so big, they just said take your money and go kind of thing.
But the reason why I asked that is not because I cared about your money or what you make. I'm not counting your pockets. But I still respect you for still standing behind the product even though you sold it.
It's my baby.
Because most people, but that shows that you went through the process with that.
Definitely.
Because most people will sell something and be like, forget about it. I'm not promoting no more. I'm not making no money.
Yeah.
But that shows the amount of sweat
Equity.
and energy and time you put into it and how much you really believe in that product.
I told you a nigga
Coca-Cola better give you a
got
deal.
out of jail. He slapped the shit off the table. I almost
Yo, Coca-Cola, hire him back.
Nah, that's
because I don't want to be a number. You know what I mean? At Coca-Cola, because actually when they bought,
What if the number's big?
Yeah, but you like a number. Everybody, I
Like
feel
it's a-
like
yeah.
like you work at Apple and you just like a machine.
I
yeah,
get
I
you.
see what
So
you
when
mean.
they bought Body Armor, I left. Like a bunch of people stayed on the company, but I was ready to move on and go, and you know what I mean. But I still love the brand, and it's my baby for sure.
So I got a question. Then,
Yes, sir.
In terms of that, in terms of business, in terms of life, relationships, when is it the time to let go?
I'm not gonna talk about you.
That's a good question. I mean, honestly, like we was talking earlier, you know, you got a lot of stuff going on. You're at the hospital and you got so much stuff going on. I feel like when you have your main thing and then when the side stuff start bubbling too much, that's when it's time. Like when, you know, I was working with Body Armor and I was doing everything, you know, acting, fucking NBA agent, real estate. It wasn't bubbling enough for $8 billion.
Yeah.
I would have been a fool to leave. You know what I mean? So, but after it sold, this stuff was bubbling more than, you know, after the payout and stuff. So you know, you don't know, but you know, like when it's too much and you making too much money and, you know, that's when it's time. Like Body Armor sold for $8 billion. If somebody comes along and say they're going to give you a check for $8 billion, it's time.
Nice.
You're not going to get that. Like when it's like once in a lifetime type of shit, you got to be real with yourself and say, you know, I had it. It's time to let go. You know what I mean? But it is tough though. It's a tough
hardest
question.
thing, yo. It's the hardest thing.
Oh, shit. Oh, you talking about relationships? When it's
everything.
time, okay.
Just letting go, period, I feel like is like one of the hardest things. It's just like, you got to understand that maybe it was a part of something that you loved.
Yeah.
That was something that it came from you, man.
For sure.
To love something and let it go, that's just hard, bro.
And it is a difference between building something.
Yeah.
Like when I dropped all the shit and I was about to quit. That's not letting go. That was quitting.
Yeah.
When it gets to a certain point of success, that's when you could let go. When you like, you know what I mean? Like in American Gangster, Denzel, he was selling a lot of drugs, and the guy was like, you know, after a while, you know, it's not quitting. You're just retiring.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get to a certain level of success with something, and it's okay to let it go. You know what I mean? So only you know when it's time though to kind of let go and shit. So
All right. So then, when was there ever a moment where you quit something,
quit?
and why?
I'm not a quitter. I'll fight through. I'm a fighter. I ain't a quitter. However, I do move. I move around. So I won't let it go, but I'll start moving around and start bringing in other shit. I ain't gonna sit and let, you know, just one pot. I always think of things like in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm not like I can't just cook up one thing. I need to have multiple shit cooking up. We got the turkey with the mac. We got the greens, we got the yams cooking up. I ain't just cooking up one mac and just waiting on that mac to be ready. I'm gonna have a whole feast. You know what I mean?
I'm hungry now.
Definitely.
Yeah, damn it.
We feasting out here.
And that turkey take about 10 hours, so you're gonna eat the mac and the yams first.
Exactly. Fry a little chicken, maybe a little shrimp.
And if turkey's a little burnt, we on to the next. The mac was good. The
like
mac
that
was
burnt.
good.
You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
Respect. So
Yes, sir.
tell us about your newest projects, your newest beverages that you're excited about, that you can't wait to release. If you got release dates, if you got NDAs, I respect it. Don't mention it. But if you got things, like, let us know what's coming next.
Yeah,
What's next
so we
for
got
B
the
Ffrench?
Yes, sir. We got the Made in America Tales. That's gonna be in theaters. We have the Plan B.
theaters.
That's
That's
gonna be
amazing.
in theaters. Words, freaking crazy. So definitely look out for those projects.
Word.
Saks, Puma. a brand that I've been working with that I really love in LA is called Aloe. Their branding and marketing is outstanding. It's very plain. It's just ALO, black and white, but they've captured the market like no other. Like in LA, if you go out to the club, if you go out to a restaurant, you could wear Aloe and people be looking at you like, okay, you
Oh,
in.
wow. That's fire.
Yeah, so Aloe, I love Aloe. I've been working with them. I'm really excited about them. In terms of beverage wise, I definitely want to say, like, if a beverage company out there, I would love for you to reach out to me because I haven't found a baby like Body Armor, and I probably will never find another Body Armor, but I would like to have something similar.
Yeah.
And I'm vetting out a bunch of companies. And I get hit up a lot about investing and stuff. And saying no is something I'm learning to do a lot more because after Body Armor So, everybody's like, yo, invest in this, do this, do this. And I was like, yeah, because I'm not an opportunist, but I like opportunities. Where I come from, to have people hitting you up and saying, like, work with us, it's like amazing. But you have to get to a point where you're selective and you're not just taking anything.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at now. So now I'm trying to just like find the right baby. And I have an eye for the right thing. Like I knew this was going to go just because of the owner, just because of the leader. I like working with like leaders, and even just working with you guys and being here, I could tell you guys are going to do amazing things, and it's probably going to be this, but it may be something else. And I would be with you guys just because I know you guys are going to figure it out. Like Body Armor, when I first started, the taste was horrible. It had overwrap on it. Like a lot of people would have been like, this is crap. But I knew the leader, Mike Rapoli, I knew he was going to figure it out. So I invested in him and not just the product, because you can always change this. And, like brands like Aloe, it's the branding. It's the people behind the brands that really make things go. So I'm definitely looking for great leaders out there and connecting with the right people and having those resources. And
so then, according to you, what makes a great leader?
It's a good question. Fearless, definitely fearless. That's something I respect a lot. Great salesman. You got to be able to sell. You know what I mean? Like Mike Rapoli, Irv Gotti, they could sell shit. You know what I mean? Sell anything. You could fucking put shit and wrap it and put a name on it and sell it. You know what I mean? Like you got to be a salesman. And so that, and you got to be long-winded too. You got to have money. You got to have capital. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't really like working with people who not cheap, but like you got to be all in.
Like willing to take the risk.
Dang, it's like you're describing Gabe and Anthony.